What is going on YouTube? This is Nick with Hilltop TCG back in with another video. And today, you guys, we're going to head over to the shop to buy a massive collection from a good friend of Hilltop's. What is going on, Hilltop TCG family? This is a different video right here today, guys. We have a special friend, supporter of Hilltop, coming in the shop, and he is selling us a part of his massive singles collection. So we're gonna check out what you can get for $10,000 in singles, you guys. Let's take a look. All right, you guys, we have a good buddy of mine coming in the shop right now. He's got his singles to show us off, and we're gonna exchange that for that beautiful money. Here he comes, you guys. What is going on, dude?
What's going on, man? You guys buy singles?
Hell yeah, man, we try.
I got a few.
We do. Look at that Christmas present right here, man.
I got a few.
So we got an awesome binder here. Guys, this is my buddy Chris right here. He has a, I mean, what are these, top loader binders?
Yeah,
These are
top loader
awesome.
binders, yep.
So we're gonna go in the back and we are going to, you're so much taller than me, I don't even know. There we go. We're gonna go in the back and we're gonna take a look at these awesome singles that he has to show off for us. All right, guys, we are in the back of the Hilltop TCG warehouse. We have 3 binders to look at right now. Take a look at all these beauties. Oh my gosh, these are all Zards right here. Oh my goodness, we got, is that Tops, right?
Yep.
We got Japanese, more modern, even vintage hanging out there. We got some tag team, some trainers. Tons of alt arts, you guys. Look at this binder. We were having a discussion. We don't know what the heck these are. Anybody leave a comment. Let us know what those are.
Yes.
But they're sweet. There's a ton of them right here. What, Chumlee?
Chumlee. Yeah, got them from Chumlee.
Oh, hold on. We got to go back to this one. Latios and Latias?
Yes,
oh,
that's a beauty right there.
Goodness.
Love that one.
Love that. The Gengar. All right. So a good little mix of older and newer together. Love it. And we got the Dragonite. Pikachu. Got the Espeon.
Love that one.
Did you buy that from the dude who stole all of them?
Yes.
Yep,
absolutely.
Love it, man.
I'd have a few more, don't you think?
Heck yeah, I know, right? All right, that one's sick. All right, next binder.
More Zards.
More Zardies, you guys. Oh my gosh, we got modern. Oh my gosh, that crystal. Is that the hollow or the reverse?
I think that is reverse. Yeah, reverse hollow, yep.
Is that base set?
Which one?
Base set 2 and base set?
I think that's evolutions. These are all evolutions, I believe. Yeah.
No, that's base set 2.
Is that base set 2?
I think that's base set 2.
Damn.
Like
well,
that. Oh, okay.
You got a deal
got
on that
Zardy
because
boys?
I priced it as Evo, so.
Oh, thanks, dude. All right. Hey, I should shut my mouth, right?
Yeah, probably.
Love it. Tons of alt arts, man. Oh my goodness. Alt arts galore. Got some gold action. Love these binders too. I need to invest in some of these.
Oh, the top loader binders are a move. Yeah.
Woo! Got a bunch of promos, and we got the Pikachu section. Oh, this box right here. I don't know how many I ripped to this Pikachu, so I couldn't sell them. Now the box is like $100.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane.
This is a beauty too. That's a classic right there.
Legendary, right? Legendary treasures.
Yes.
Look at me doing good.
Yes.
Tons of Pikachu. All right, and then we got some. I have a lot of customers asking for these. Tons of art rares. Love it. All right.
All right, on to the next. Keep it coming.
All right, creme de la creme binder on the back, you guys. More Zardy boys. I wonder if you like Zards. I'm not sure.
Clearly have a problem.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sell these because I'm just gonna put them down in my basement. Like, I might have a trouble with this. All right, tons of more alt arts with Crown Zenith. Oh baby, we got the Moonbreon with the Gengar next to it.
Gengar's on the up and up right now too.
Love it. Tons of Gita. More gold action. Some Pidgeotto.
Pretty sure I pulled these on your stream, by the way.
Oh, heck yeah. So did you pull a lot of these, or did you buy them off people?
A little bit of both. I would say probably half I pulled. I've been collecting a long time. And then, yeah, there's stuff that I bought, too, over time.
Love it. You got modern, you got all this stuff. All right, guys, there you go. There you have it. We'll end on this front page right here. That is all of these awesome singles that we are making this trade on. Alright, you guys, we're back in the recording studio. Hopefully you guys like that vlogging shop content. I promise I will get better at vlogging. I was doing that with my hand, didn't even have like a vlogging stick or anything like that, so I'll get better at it, you guys. Trust me on that one. But we're back down in the recording studio. I have a board right here. I'm going to show you guys some of the cards I pulled out to have a discussion about the big collection that I bought, guys. And the first point is, a lot of people ask me, how do I do this? I know people don't love that I make this about money sometimes, but I am a legit business, and people ask me, how do I do this as a business? So I want to give you guys that feedback, that encouragement, that knowledge to know that you guys can go out and do it yourselves. So yes, I went and bought a lot for $10,000, guys. I went and bought that big thing that you saw for $10,000. The value of those cards are not $10,000. They're significantly more than $10,000. So that's the first point I want to hit on is, as a business, to sustain growth, you have to buy at a reasonable lower price that also isn't hurting the end consumer, right? And then you go resell it for a profit to help your business grow. So that's the biggest point, that right there, if you add up all the singles, it's significantly more than $10,000. But you don't need $10,000 to start your own business, to start your own small online card shop or something like that. You can do this all yourself. You can do $50, you can do $100, you can probably even do $25. But the biggest thing is you got to buy in a quantity that incentivizes the person you're buying from to give you a discount, right? The biggest flaw that I see people do starting out is they're like, oh, I offered them 90% for this lot, and they bought it, right? So they bought it at 90%. That's a good deal for you if you wanted to go put it in your personal collection. But if you're trying to establish a business, you got to keep in mind that the big two resellers, eBay and TCG Player, if you're going to go sell on there, all said and done, your fees are around 13% plus shipping. So right there, you're probably around 15-16% of the true market value of that card. Meaning, if you sold a card for $100, and you bought it from 90 at 90% from a good deal, but then you went and sold it on eBay for $100, all said and done, you're probably only getting $84 to $85 back in your account. So you're losing money, right? So you have to buy in a quantity to incentivize people to give you a larger discount. So then in the end, you could go sell on eBay and sustain that 85% gain, and then you can still make money. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys, but you don't need 10 grand to do it. You can go do that for the $100. You can buy a lot of cool cards for $100, and you can still make a profit off that. So that's my biggest talking point on that side of the coin. And then I want to talk about grading, guys. So I pulled out some of my cards that I just kind of glanced through this big collection that I pulled out that are good and worth talking about grading, because you can go buy some awesome cards, and if you grade them and they get 10s, your profit significantly goes up, because the graded cards in a 10 value are much more than the raw card value. Even cards in lower grades than a 10 can still be worth more than the raw card value, and we're going to get into that here. So the biggest one that I want to hit on is like modern popular cards at first, guys. So like these cards all are definitely worth more than $100, right? These all hold more than $100 worth of value, and they're all in great condition. I mean, there's a sticker for 97 bucks, but I mean, I pulled them out and they're definitely worth, I'm going to definitely screen these and look them over, but they're probably worth grading for me to send off. So I could go make, say this card is still worth $97. I think it's worth more now. I could go make $97 off this, or I can grade it, and if it gets a 10, maybe I'm making $250 for this card. So that's something you really want to keep an eye on as a shop, is when you get these cards in, you need to look at them to grade, because that's just another awesome revenue stream or chance to make more money. Grading's really popular. People love to grade now. It's definitely become much more of a popular thing. So a lot of people are already looking through their cards before they sell them, which is a smart person, right? But a lot of times people just have their collection, they want to get rid of it, right? So they're not looking that over. That doesn't mean they're not a smart person. They just wanted it for just the card, right? And actually might be worth grading down the road for somebody else. So that's one thing you really want to keep an eye out for. Cards like this. So Evolution Charizard. There's the reverse Charizard and then the holo Charizard. Cards like this, kind of like, you can Google it, do your research, but these cards are what, 40, 50 bucks now out of Evolutions. The pop on 10s is really, really low. So this could be, and then they grade really, really hard. So this, if this turned out to be a 10, this could go from a $50 card to a $500 card. So you want to look out for cards that have low pop, a hard chance to grade, that are, you know, historically known to be hard cards to grade. And if you have one of those, you could significantly increase that profit return. Right here, we have the vintage side of things, right? So like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't necessarily need to be a 10 to be worth a ton of money, right? So like Topps cards. Topps cards are awesome. You got to look at these corners. This card looks pretty good. The Charizard and this Crystal Charizard. I mean, if we look at the back of both these, and if you want to pause it on that and look, these are definitely not PSA 10 cards, right? But this is a first edition Team Dark Charizard. I mean, Team Rocket set Charizard. I mean, it doesn't have to be a 10 to make money. These could be 7, come back in a 7 or an 8, and it can still definitely be worth more than that raw card value. So you want to keep an eye out for cards like that too. It doesn't need to be a perfect 10 if it's an older card or more desirable card. So do that research, look it up, and see that price difference. This Charizard could be a $300-$400 card raw in a first edition, and a PSA 7 or 8, it can still be worth $500, $600, $700, $800, right? So you could still make more money than the raw card, even in a lower grade. And then now we're getting on to one of the caveats here, guys. So with grading these days, it's usually around $15 to $25, depending on if you get like a value deal or not. So like cards like this Suicune from Crown Zenith. It is an awesome card, well centered on the front, well centered on the back. This card is very easily a 10. It's worth 15 bucks. It might cost me $20 to go grade it. So I am into this card $35, right? It could be $35 to $50 even on a whatever grading thing you choose. So say we're in it on $35. This card, if it gets a 10, it's probably only worth 50 bucks. Because so many people have graded this card that that's the value. So if you get a 9, it's going to be worth probably the same amount or maybe even less than the raw card. That's just the new world of grading. So you got to keep an eye out for that. Is the card, even if I get a 10, worth more than the money I put into the grading fee and the value of the card? And so that's a big thing to look out for. At Hilltop, when I'm in there, I do offer grading assistance. So I charge people $5 a card to hang out at shop. I'll look over the cards they want to grade, and basically I'll charge them the grading fee plus $5 for my time to look it over, and we do all the submission stuff for them. So we package it up. We do all the labor. We do all the going into PSA.com and doing the entries and submitting the cards for them. So for $5, I help them educate and submit. So there's tons of shops out there that can do that for you. So if you need help with that, look at it, and then I would advise them like, yeah, this is a great 10 card, but is it going to be worth your money down the road? Probably not. If it's just a card that you love and you want, then absolutely, right? So there's that one. And then we're going to more like the mid-era cards here. So these aren't quite vintage. These are definitely like, you know, mid-tier, mid-era cards. So like this is Umbreon from Hidden Fates, and this is a Charizard from a promo box from Generations. So cards like this that you know are really desirable by people that can still grade well. This is over $100 card, and it looks pretty dang good here. That could be worth $200, right? Even could be, you know, like somewhere around there. This one's really hard. This one's kind of along the, I mean, this is actually pretty decent. These cards grade really hard. The corner's a little wonky up here, but this could come back really, really valuable. So you got to keep an eye out for those cards as well. And then my last one is Japanese cards, you guys. Japanese cards historically are very good quality. That's why I grabbed a vintage one and a new Shiny Treasures EX one. So historically, right, like I said, they are just well-centered across the board. Condition's always really good, right? So even this Dragonite right here, from way back in the day, I think it says down here, maybe it doesn't say on the card, but like 1999, pretty sure back then when this came out. I mean, looking at it, it's still in fantastic condition. I think there's a little bit of a nick somewhere, like maybe in the top corner, maybe not. But I mean, though, cards like that are still worth sending off. And then you got to keep an eye out for the modern too. The modern, the quality for centering has kind of gone down a little bit, but I mean, it's still quite a shoe-in. Looking at that back, usually the corners, the edges are really good. Modern Japanese cards are really, 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 really easy to grade. The more modern it's got, I feel like they've increased their print runs, their print rates, so the quality has gone down actually a little bit. But Japanese cards are almost a sure bet a lot of the time to just go send off and grade without even looking at them. So which is pretty cool. But so yeah, I mean, I just wanted to encapsulate this whole process for you guys that yes, I went out and bought a massive lot. We're going to sell a ton of singles, you know, loose like this, and then we're going to grade a ton of them too as well. So there's just multiple avenues that you can actually make money off of buying singles from people. Like I mentioned, you just got to buy at a bulk rate So the more cards you usually buy, the better discounts you're gonna get. And you gotta look out for those deals. And you gotta keep in mind those percentages if you're selling on third-party sites. Because again, if you're buying cards at 90% and fees end up being 85% like return, then you're losing 5%, guys. So keep all that in mind. Hopefully you like the vlogging content. At the end of this video, that's right now, I put together my first B-reel of all these singles and kind of my highlights. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, but we're gonna end on the B-reel. And if you're an absolute legend that made it to the end of this video, you are a real one. Have a great night, weekend, whatever's for you. Peace.